The Justice Department is expected to appeal the decision by a federal appeals court that ruled the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals policy, or DACA, illegal.
That's right. This three-judge panel said Wednesday DACA violates current U.S. immigration law. The Obama-era policy provides deportation protection and work permits to nearly 600,000 immigrants lacking legal status. In 2021, a Texas federal judge barred the administration from enrolling new immigrants in the program. Those currently in the program are not impacted by this latest decision.
Well, joining us now is Carlos Benitez Cruz. He is an undocumented Ph.D. student at the University of Illinois, Chicago. He is also a DACA beneficiary. Carlos, thank you so much for joining us. As I understand it, this ruling does not impact your beneficiary status. It prohibits the addition of new DACA recipients, but still, it has to be something of a gut punch to you. Tell me how you're feeling today.
Absolutely. I think I woke up this morning with just heaviness, right, all over me. And receiving the news is a mixture of anger, sadness, anxiety, and exhaustion, right? Exhaustion at the fact of uncertainty and the fact that this means that we don't know what will happen to us going forward, especially as the case moves higher into the courts.
And I think it's important for people to understand. I mean, you speak about heaviness, anxiety, exhaustion. How, for you personally, has the DACA program helped you, impacted your life?
Yeah, DACA has been immense. It's hard to sum it up really quickly, but DACA is life-changing. When my sister received DACA for the first time, she was 16, I was 12, and she came home when her work permit first arrived, and she looked at my mom and she said, "Mom, I exist." Right? It's not only the ability to go to work, it's an affirmation that you matter as a person, that in this country you are seen, that you exist. It has both a psychological level and then like a very material level to it. People can go to work legally. I've been able to go to work legally. And I've been able to go to grad school. That's something that is not available for undocumented students without DACA. And it's so immense. It's hard to describe exactly what it is, but imagine not being able to go to work. And I think what this poses is that threat, the inability to continue living your life.
And Carlos, can I ask, have you been in contact with anyone who doesn't have that protection? Perhaps people you know who are now more fearful?
I have many peers, and I'm connected with a lot of folks who do not have DACA, right, in my family and my close friends. And what this ruling, it doesn't change many things for them, right? But it just continues the uncertainty and the inability to have hope in this country for immigration reform and for change. I'm at the end of the cusp, right, of recipients of DACA. There are younger people than me who aren't beneficiaries of the program because it was rescinded by the Trump administration in 2017. For those young folks, right, there's a lot of young folks and older folks who did not qualify for DACA. They continue living their lives as best as they can. And what this kind of affirms to them is that there is no immigration reform at the horizon.
Carlos, you're a PhD student. Your sister, as you were talking about, her work permit, paying taxes, childhood, part of DACA is childhood arrivals. You're an American boy. You grew up in this country. Obviously, the Justice Department is expected to appeal the ruling, but still there's so much misunderstanding, I think, about Dreamers, about DACA recipients. What do you want people to know?
At the end of the day, we are all people. We're in this country because we believed in opportunity and freedom. And many of us and all of us are people. And I don't want to underemphasize our humanity, right? I think we get caught up, especially in the Dreamer narrative, that certain immigrants are more worthy than others of deserving citizenship or the ability to go. You think of people like me, right, who are PhD students, who are graduate students who contribute to the country in some way, right? Whether it be economic or through intelligence. But in reality, like, we are all worth it. And when you think of undocumented people, think of their humanity, think of the fact that they are literally just people.
I think we could all benefit from understanding people and their humanity.
That's
a little
right.
bit
And
more
you've
in our
really,
society.
Carlos, put it into context that, people are losing hope. This is about opportunity and about freedom. And we really appreciate you sharing with us your personal story as well. Thank you for joining us today.
Gracias, Carlos.
Absolutely.